Good morning, friends. Welcome to Alchem IAS. Welcome to another class of the Hindu and Indian Express analysis. So, in this class, we are going to discuss the most important, most pertinent current affairs for our UPSC Mains 2021 and also for the Prelims 2022 and for EPFO interview and actually for all competitive exams. Okay, for all competitive examinations where you require the newspaper analysis, this analysis would be sufficient because we'll be going through the newspaper in real time with maximum recall discussion, and the most important news we'll be discussing. So coming to the Hindu analysis, in the headlines we have that Uttarakhand rain toll touches 47. Okay, 47 rain related incidents have happened and almost 42 people were killed in Uttarakhand's Kumaon region. So why is there this sudden outburst of rain or downpour of rain? We have discussed yesterday, mainly because of the retreat of the southwest monsoon. Okay, retreat of southwest monsoon versus western disturbances. Okay, yesterday we have discussed under the explained page of Indian Express. So this is getting strong and this is not going so strong. Okay, so in दोनों को बीच में because of western disturbances and because the retreat of southwest monsoon is not so strong, we are seeing such heavy rains. Not only in Uttarakhand, we are seeing the flood-like situation in Kerala, Karnataka, and very soon we are going to have it spread towards the western Uttar Pradesh and some parts of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana also we are going to see according to yesterday's article. So उसी के बारे में. So इसमें what is important for us? We need to know about the flood control and basically disaster management. Now, this will come under disaster management. We'll have a special session entirely focused on this flood situation in India. Okay, Amarinder Singh ji is launching his own party itself, or BJP say he'll have some seats arrangement. Next, killings spark the migrant flight from J&K. Okay, we have seen in Jammu and Kashmir how there was the killing of some minorities and non-locals. The terrorist organization yesterday it had told that it was PAFF, People Against Fascist Front. So they have taken responsibility, but it is directly or indirectly linked to the LET and JEM. So mainly the migrant laborers from Bihar were attacked and killed. And there are the counter-terrorism operations going on. So you see obviously the migrants are leaving J&K. Next, one small story actually, what happened is, actually do we have GM rice in India? What is the GM crop we have in India? We have only the BT cotton. That is the only one which is allowed. BT brinjal was allowed, but field trials were done, but government of India ultimately didn't give the approval. GM rice to dur ki baat. But in Europe, in EU, in Europe basically, they have recalled batches of the M&M chocolates, crispy M&Ms. Why? Because उसके अंदर जो rice flour है, it is GM contaminated itself. And allegedly that is originating from India. Can you imagine? एक तो हमें GM crops है नहीं, but EU has banned the food related to GM rice from India. So either they are lying, either this is a non-tax sort of front, or maybe illegally in India we are having some GM contaminated rice. Right? So that is what is happening. Small news, maybe it will develop in few days. Next, under local news, the air quality is declining of Delhi. जैसे winter आता जाता है, Delhi के air climate keeps declining. And this is important a bit. From a factual point of view for the competitive exams, who is the architect of the Central Vista? It is Bimal Patel. Okay, he is the architect of the Central Vista in Delhi for the tri-city spread of government offices and assembly buildings with executive branch in port city of Visakhapatnam. Okay, they are trying to rope in. Who? AP. Sorry, I didn't mention this. The AP government is trying to rope in Bimal Patel, who is presently the architect of Central Vista in Delhi, for developing the assembly building, the government offices and port city in Vizag. Okay, they are trying to rope him in. You should just know Bimal Patel. Bimal Patel is the architect. Next, yesterday कल ये problem हो रहा था Zomato, I hope you know. The Zomato support staff asked Sims कि you should be knowing English, sorry, in Hindi. He was a Tamilian, so they asked him to speak in Hindi. So चल रहा है. Okay, local news. Coming to our editorial page. So there is this trouble in Bangladesh, mainly during the Durga Puja. There was the attack, majoritarian violence against the Hindu minority community in the last few days. Let me just zoom into this. Not very important for us. You can maybe write 1-2 lines when some issue with Bangladesh, agar international relations, or even in communalism chapter under society, you can mention this. Okay, attacks have left at least 6 people dead and dozens injured, and mob violence appeared to have begun in Comilla. So all this image showing disrespect to Quran was circulated, and there were several mob attacks on Hindu minority. Okay, Narendra Modi government had sought to preserve good relations with Bangladesh government. They praised authorities for moving in quickly. More than 450 people have been arrested regarding the violence. It was on some ISKCON group. Okay. So given the seriousness of attacks, what is important for us is the international and Indian concern was there. But however, New Delhi will have to act cautiously in light of various links between India and Bangladesh. So Indian High Commission's act of meeting local minorities comes with compassion. And main baat kya hai? It is about Citizenship Amendment Act. The impact of this had a widespread effect in Bangladesh. At least 12 people were killed earlier on the protest against Narendra Modi's visit. And as a regional leader, India has every right to be concerned about communities, but we must also ensure that domestic drivers do not upset the foreign relations. And any act which is seen religiously partisan is bound to destabilize the close and productive relations between the countries. Okay, so एक religious partisanship India में है, that image we shouldn't allow it to go abroad. Okay. Next we have the other Quad. This also we were discussing yesterday. Generally, what is Quad? Quad is for us is US, Japan, Australia, and India. But now we are trying to get another Quad, new Quad of US, Israel, UAE bloc, and India. So it's like a Middle Eastern Quad. Why? Because there was a virtual meet of US, Israel, and UAE. It's a strong manifestation of West Asian geopolitics. And Israel and UAE, why are they together? Because of the Abraham Accords, which has happened between both of them. Okay, so now they are diplomatically engaging. Their growing economic and strategic cooperation is opening opportunities for other powers, including India. So S. Jaishankar, he joined this quadrilateral conference after meeting the Israeli counterpart Yair Lapid. So they talked about FTA. We discussed all this yesterday. India has vibrant bilateral ties. It's member as a tool of Quad. And UAE, why is UAE important for us? It's important for our energy security. Why is Israel important for us? It's important for our defense supplies. Okay, UAE is also important because it holds millions of Indian workers. So in the past, there were 3 pillars to West Asia policy: the Sunni Gulf monarchies, Israel, and Iran. Now, Gulf between Sunni kingdoms and Israel is being narrowed because of the Abraham Accords, and normalization have been signed after Israel and UAE agreements. And it was also signed with Bahrain, UAE and Bahrain. So now Mr. Jaishankar, he has hinted that there would be more meetings. So presently it's too early to speak about the strategic significance, but there are areas like trade, energy, fighting climate change, maritime security. But what are the challenges here? Challenges are, firstly, US is clearly seeking to lessen its footprint here. Okay, as part of its pivot to East Asia to tackle China's rise, which is redrawing West Asia's traditional equations. Okay. Next, India should be careful not to get sucked into the conflicts of West Asia. ठीक है, अब तो these people are talking of Abraham Accords and all. क्या पता आगे जाके कुछ इन दोनों के बीच में लड़ाई हो जाएगा. Then it will become difficult. And while Abraham Accords made it easier for India to find common ground between Israel and Emiratis, UAE, contradiction between this emerging bloc and Iran remains tense. So Iran factor है. And India also seeks itself aligned with US in Indo-Pacific faces deepening insecurities in Asia after American withdrawal from Afghanistan. Okay, this is also related to first point. And it will have to work closely with countries like Iran to deal with challenges emanating from the post-American Afghanistan. So that's why we need to have a healthy relation with Iran as we are seeking this new Quad. Okay, so Iran angle becomes important. Because ultimately Middle East किसका खेल है? Middle East is about the Sunni majority countries led by Saudi Arabia, Israel and Iran. So इन तीनों के बीच में we'll have issues. Next, Kashmir के ऊपर लंबा चौड़ा article they have given. Okay, so how minorities have been killed, migrants have been killed, क्या करना चाहिए and all. Not, I mean, very important, or not anything which we didn't discuss basically. Okay, so one thing she has told that here, obviously because of the Union administration has not held any olive branches because of its implementation of August 2019 decisions. What is this? This is the Jammu Kashmir revocal of the Jammu Kashmir constitutional status, and also the multiple use of 311 to dismiss government employees. So policy for Pandit property recovery has not helped, and political science and sociology both tell us that an insecure majority is unlikely to protect vulnerable minorities. So majority वहाँ Muslims है, Muslims or the Kashmiris who are there, they are irritated by the Article 370 revocal and all. So वही हमें अभी देखने को मिल रहा है. There is arrest of over 700 people in aftermath of the civilian killings. Okay, so what should we do? So Narendra Modi administration appears to have adopted multi-pronged approach to Pakistan. We have invited the Pakistani NSA for regional meeting on Afghanistan. We'll be discussing this towards the end of the class. In Indian Express, there's a very nice article. And while giving army a free hand on cross-border infiltration. So why it is not adopting similar multi-pronged valley in the valley? Pakistan के साथ जो कर रहे हो, why are we not able to do that with Kashmir? Okay, so overall civil and human rights have to be safeguarded, but clearly an anti-government article here, I wouldn't suggest reading too much into it. Okay, next, caste census data, Indian government has told that we would not release it, but again this is also a bit of anti-government article where he is saying that we need the enumeration of SC, ST or other categories, because that has been done only in 1951. I mean clearly outside. And another enumeration of OBC categories se kya hoga, they're saying. Next, one article about the economics Nobel laureates. Yesterday we had discussed for what did they win the economic Nobel laureates? For making the breakthrough study of using causality to show that increasing the minimum wages, the introduction of minimum wages, which is designed to protect workers, will they reduce employment? No, they will actually increase employment. Okay, basically the main they have one is minimum wages. If you increase, you will actually improve the employment, right? So compulsory schooling, does it affect schooling earnings, and all this causality based, they have won the award. So there are among many significant and deep questions who have won: David Card, Joshua Angrist and Guido Imbens. They have investigated, and answering such questions involves establishing causality. Okay, they have made this randomized customized trials, and she has gone into the entire experiment, क्या experiments किए थे, like New Jersey में क्या किए थे, how lower This is what I was telling you. New Jersey, they have raised minimum wages for low skilled workers, and instead of comparing change of employment before and after, which could be affected, they compared double difference in differences model, in which employment in New Jersey before and after compared to Pennsylvania. Okay, uska before and after. So contrary to established wisdom, they found increase in minimum wages did not lead to reduction of employment. Okay. So normally we think of there is a competitive labor market, firms are the price takers, they have no autonomy in wage setting, but all of that it doesn't actually apply in reality. Okay, so a human experience important hota hai hमें, and these causal interferences become important. Like if you are having just big data and machine learning, then what will you do about this? How will you factor into this curve fitting or causal data? So she has given an economics optional level type analysis for this. Okay. Next important for us is the overlooked pandemic. What is the overlooked pandemic? It is tuberculosis. Around 1.3 million fewer cases of TB were detected in 2020 compared to 2019. Why is there a drop? The drop can be attributed to COVID-19 pandemic, as there was a reduced access to disease diagnosis and treatment. Okay, because people were focusing on COVID-19, nobody bothered about detection of TB cases. So following drop in detection of new cases, deaths attributed to TB rose for the first time, and estimated deaths were the highest in 7 years in 2020. Okay, India has spent the least on TB drugs over the last few years, so that is a worrying trend. Okay, this also we have discussed a bit. As I told you, India contributed to 41% of global drop in cases. Estimated 5.8 million cases were estimated. So treatment is neglected. Treatment cost is also high. I mean, it's cheaper compared to other countries, but it is not being borne to people. India's spending is lowest. Okay. Next, Chinese patrolling has increased slightly in the east. Okay, in the LAC area, it has increased. We are using the unmanned aerial vehicles and radars. Army 17 Mountain Strike Corps meant for the border has been fully operationalized. So there is enhanced surveillance there. Okay. Similarly, we have Chinese cyber attacks. Strategy meet discusses Chinese cyber attacks on the hackers from neighboring countries can strike at will. Okay. So who was this conducted with? It was conducted at the National Security Strategies Conference, chaired by Home Minister Amit Shah. Okay, the participants were told that while Pakistani cyber attacks focused on stealing data and personal data, Chinese hackers were more sophisticated and they settled in the network, striking at will. Okay, so US cybersecurity intelligence firm Recorded Future, they discovered that Chinese state-sponsored actors may have deployed malware into the Indian power grids. Okay, small news, this one line you can use in internal security answers. Okay, it's all about how you use the newspaper in your answers. For mains, as such, there are not many facts in this article. Okay, again this GM crop ka chal raha hai, which I told you, Mars Wrigley has been got back. Okay, next, Supreme Court has signed off a hard-fought 5-rounder litigation which dates back almost 50 years back. Okay, so what is this? It's with the King Vikramaditya. It is about the Rama Rani Devi and Sasadhar Biswas. Okay, before the Munsif court, what is it? It's a dispute of 3,000 rupees owed to Devi, it seems. One small trivia type thing. It is going on since 50 years. Next, ambassador to Russia confirmed NSA meeting. NSA meeting के बारे में I'll discuss. Okay, towards the end of the class in Indian Express, a very nice editorial is there. We'll discuss that at length there. Okay, next, politics, pure politics. And PM Narendra Modi has directed all governments to have fresh look at all the existing processes and scrap unnecessary paperwork. Okay, temporary files को हटाने के लिए he has told. Next, some central trade unions have asked PM to roll back the AI sale. They said people of country and employees of Air India, they were unhappy with the sale of the national carrier. Okay, because it is sold to Tata now. This sale of Air India to Tata facilitates oligopoly. That means the combined revenue of Air India, Vistara and AirAsia amounting to 40,000 crores out of total revenue of entire industry is around 42%. So there is no clarity on future of 14,000 employees. Okay. This we discussed. India, Israel, UAE, US, they have launched the Quad Forum. It's a Middle Eastern Quad. And the Quad will which followed the bilateral meeting builds on ongoing cooperation between US, Israel and UAE after Abraham Accord. Same thing. They'll focus on the economic growth and global issues, and some infrastructure projects also can be added. Business groups in India, the UAE, Israel have also been in talks for the trilateral cooperation. Okay, so the Israeli Deputy Chief of Mission Ronnie Yedia Klein के साथ they have had an interview. So nothing much from this. FDA negotiations chal rahe and all she has told. So presently they are being cautious about talking of strategic purposes. Okay, presently it's just more focused on economic opportunities only. Okay, Israel will also participate in Dubai Expo where India has pavilion. So that trilateral cooperation chalega, and the fact that India and Israel have neighboring pavilions in Dubai is already showing how there is importance of FICCI with Israel. Okay. One era called as Bhaskar Abda. It was, what is it? It was by Bhaskara Varman, who was the crown ruler of Kamrupa. It's a lunar solar system, like how presently we have the Gregorian system of our calendar, and also we have the Saka era calendar of the Indian government. So they'll start this in Assam. Okay, we have decided in addition to that, Bhaskar Abda would be started. Okay, just a trivia type of news, and it's around 593 years दोनों के बीच में. Okay, मतलब if you are in 2020, they are 593 years away. 2021, they are 593 years away. Okay, coming to international news, North Korea fired ballistic missile, says Seoul. Okay, Seoul from South Korea. In North Korea, they keep testing this, but recently there is some news that North Korea has tested the submarine-launched ballistic missile from East Coast. South Korea's military has told, pulling Japan's new Prime Minister off the campaign trail and overshadowing the opening of major arms fair in Seoul. Okay, so ये चलता रहता है. हमारा Kim Jong-un keeps doing this. So he keeps provocating US, South Korea, Japan and the entire area. Okay. And Israel has cleared residency for 4,000 Palestinians on humanitarian grounds. This is seen as a move to boost ties. So just ball-to-ball commentary, nothing very important for us. Turkey, Africa के बीच में pact. And coming to economic news, domestic air traffic rebounds highest since second wave. Okay, you must be seeing that air travel costs have also risen. So जो weak था, a bit just few weeks back how it was cheap, now again it has risen. Okay, and the Air India privatization is also seen as positive move for the industry. Okay, this is extremely important article. The gross NPAs of banks to rise to 8.8 to 9% from 7.5%. So the retail MSMEs to contribute more to stressed assets and NPAs. So the official figure, like the gross NPAs figure, keeps on changing. Okay, and COVID-19 ke baad, what was the figure? There is no clarity. So yesterday, CRISIL has told that the gross NPA has touched 8.8 to 9%. Earlier it was 7.5%. Now it is 8 to 9%. Please remember this. But they would still remain the peak of 11.2 crisis, 11.2%, which was seen in 2018. 2018 में अब सबसे ज़्यादा था. In fact, during COVID-19 also, we have seen that NPAs did not rise so much. Okay, because COVID-19 relief measures like restructuring, dispensation, emergency credit line guarantee scheme, so all of them have limited the rise of NPAs. Okay, Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan which we had, उन सब के फायदे से we have seen that NPAs did not rise much. Like with the 2% of bank credit expected under restructuring, comprising of gross NPAs and loan book under restructuring, it should touch 10 to 11%. Okay, because what is gross NPA? Gross NPA is nothing but our net NPA plus provisioning. Okay, so as you are increasing the provisioning, as you are increasing the restructuring of the stressed assets, okay, this gross NPA will obviously rise. So that's why you have to see the net NPA, because provisioning is a good thing if you are trying to restructure it. And the retail and MSME segments, which together form 40% of bank credit, they are expected to see higher accreditation of NPAs and stressed assets. Okay, retail and MSMEs. The stressed assets are seen rising to 4 to 5% and 7 to 18% in the segments, in the retail and MSME. Retail में generally obviously थोड़ा कम होगा, in MSME it is 17 to 18%. So number would have been trended even higher, but for the write-offs, mainly in the unsecured segment. And rural segment में, which is hit harder during the COVID-19, it has also seen a good strong recovery. Okay, so the stressed assets in agriculture, they are expected to remain relatively stable. Why has this happened actually? This is because during the COVID-19, a lot of farmers, they have gone back to their native places. Okay, and in fact during COVID-19, agriculture was the only sector which has risen. Okay, I hope you're aware, manufacturing services sector has fallen, but agriculture actually rose. And based on the estimates, it's predicted as a base case scenario of 9.5 GDP growth. But of course, this keeps on changing. This you don't have to remember. And agar a third wave, virulent third wave and significant deceleration demand growth hoga, then we would have downside risks. Okay, but most important part you should be remembering is NPAs have risen 8 to 9% from 7.5%. And सबसे ज़्यादा किसमें है? In the retail and MSMEs. MSMEs तो almost 17 to 18% there are stressed assets. Okay, in other economic news, we have Moody raises the banking system outlook to stable. Okay, from negative, Indian banking system has been cited as stable, citing moderate deterioration of asset quality and likely pickup in credit growth and economic recovery. What is their GDP prediction? It is 9.3% in 2022 and 7.9% later. Okay, generally people make a big list of GDPs सारे लिख के मगअप करते for other competitive exams, not required. Okay, just 2-3 के पता होना चाहिए. You should be knowing the official Indian governments and economic survey में क्या बोल रहा है and IMF के क्या बोल रहा है. Okay, Moody and all is fine. You don't have to mug up the figures for this. So banking system outlook, India's report में quality of corporate loans have improved, indicating that banks have provisioned all legacy problems. Quality of retail loans has deteriorated, but to a limited degree, because large scale job losses have not occurred. In coal supply, power supply is obviously given a good majority. Then HUL net profit rises to 9% as sales increases 11%. Okay, so actually many people are also expecting HUL to be a multi-bagger stock in the coming few months. So if you're actually investing in the stock market, HUL has good future. Next, Gati boosts network capacity stuff. What is Gati? We have discussed this, Project Gati. It is for our merging the several ministries and working for improving the logistics infrastructure. Okay, but here in this article, it's not talking of that Project Gati. It is talking about the Gati company. Okay, express distribution from Gati company. So not important for us. Others about private companies. All right. So not huge, very important sports news for us. Coming to Indian Express editorials. The first editorial is about the flood situation, which is rampaged due to the monsoon season and how we are having extreme weather events. Okay, we have seen in Uttarakhand, we just discussed this in the beginning of the class. In Uttarakhand, in Kerala, we have seen incessant pouring, and in Western Ghats and Himalayas, there are pressing concerns. So, topography of the region make them prone to landslides, deforestation, quarrying, road construction, ये सब चल रहा है. And again, जब भी ये आता है, हमें बात आ जाता है about Madhav Gadgil Committee. Okay, Madhav Gadgil Committee on the eco-sensitive zones. Okay, Madhav Gadgil Committee, they had recommended 130,000 square kilometers spanning Gujarat, Karnataka, Kerala, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu to be declared a environmentally sensitive zone. So it was headed by top ecologists, but none of the 6 states agreed for its recommendations. In fact, Kerala had objected to proposed ban on mining and restrictions on construction activities. That's why in Kasturi Rangan panel, it was subsequently diluted down. Okay, almost to half, 130,000 say almost 66,000 he had told. Okay, so the Kerala government had opened the shutters of Idukki Dam, the state's largest reservoir. It's rapidly filling up with the heavy rainfall, and in recent years, state governments in most of the parts of the country have been criticized for leaving such decisions till it's too late. With studies and IPCC reports warning of destructive floods, we need heavy investments in the disaster management systems. Okay, Dhaka challenge we discussed at length. क्या चल रहा है and क्या करना चाहिए हमें, we have discussed. The Chinese authority agency. Next, under main editorial today, it is an article by Pratap Banu Mehta. So not important for us from a GS point of view. He has talked about the South Asia's Bangladesh violence. Okay, for GS you can straight away leave it. And again, Nobel Prize in Economics we have discussed how there is, more rigorously they're talking of poverty, unemployment and credibility के बारे में बात चल रहा है. So this economic Nobel Prize winners जो था, he has analyzed in the context of Indian schemes में क्या चल रहा है. Like he has told, since economics closely deals with politics, we can consider 2 flagship schemes, the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana and Rajiv Gandhi Gramin Vidyutikaran Yojana. So the general assumption that policymakers make is that rural infrastructure would increase farm and off-farm economic activities and reduce poverty. But recent studies have pointed out that while programs which increase road and electric connectivity They do not cause significant economic development even 4 to 5 years after completion. So ऐसे things we need to look into with the lens of welfare economics. Okay, welfare economics में why these are not happening properly. Okay, or why, I mean, causal relationships हमें देखना चाहिए. Okay, so one good article which I was telling you is about the National Security Advisors meet which we are planning. Okay, there is something odd about the international conference in Afghanistan which is to be launched in November. What is the weird thing? For the first time, National Security Council is coming into regional diplomacy. National Security Council headed by the National Security Advisor Ajit Doval ji. So ये regional conference को whom are we inviting? We have invited Russia, China, Iran, Pakistan, okay, and all the neighbors of Afghanistan, right? So India have a lot of interests in Afghanistan, and of course India has moved up to the center stage of Quad, and Washington also accepts that Quad ought to be inclusive, and global Britain is also knocking the door of India and Quad. So Delhi बड़े काम कर रहा है in AUKUS, in EU and NATO, all of these important things we are doing. So when it comes to Afghanistan, यहाँ है काम की बात, it doesn't really matter anymore whether Russia accommodates India in the Moscow format or not, or Troika plus. So Delhi shrugs its shoulders as its time-tested Moscow bemoans the Quad, AUKUS and other things. Okay, we are not very concerned about Russia. Russia is not a major player in Indian foreign policy anymore, according to this author. That's why you can see S. J. Shankar, he has also focused on how India lives in the region of Quad and AUKUS. Okay, and obviously another important factor is political Islam in India's neighborhood, which affects India's internal dynamics and security front. So now Pakistan's National Security Advisor Moeed Yusuf, he has a very tough choice. If he accepts Ajit Doval's invite and goes to India when Kashmiris reject the abrogation of J&K status, and when especially India did not care about the toxic hostility towards Pakistan, and also he'll be also having an issue if he doesn't attend, because under the international community it would look as if it would only perceive as Indian overture to turn a new leaf with its difficult neighbor. Okay, so it's a very it's Ajit Dovalji's brainwave to actually invite Pakistan. So now we have to see kya hoga. Fine. In this article they have given that. Next, another article about Supreme Court and women. Okay, women judges and Supreme Court. This also over the last few weeks, a lot of articles have come on this. Recently, 3 women judges have taken oath at Supreme Court. Chief Justice had lauded this, N.V. Ramana ji, but he also observed that at least 50% women should be there in all judiciary. And fine, in the benches, in the judges' benches, you are making some progress, but in bar, what is happening? In bar, the author is saying that there is an abysmal lack of data and literature of women in litigation. Okay, like Kerala में 28%, Madras में 10%, Delhi में 22%, Bombay में 25%. So bar situation में बहुत कम है women. Okay, why? What is the reason? So she has given a lot of reasons. Not very important for us, like because in depth she has gone. But most pertinent one I found was women are generally seen as case-oriented lawyers. Okay, so only when there is an emotional standpoint, or when there is something on sexism or men's psychology, only then women lawyers are called in. Okay, super lawyers. But if there is something on economic and financial standpoint, or a mediator for political issues, then women are generally not called in. Okay, that is the main reason she has told. Next, lastly, we have the explain page. Very important and very beautiful articles from an economic point of view. So the IMF outlook and status of jobs. The IMF's latest World Economic Outlook has underlined that employment growth is likely to lag output recovery after the pandemic. Okay, matlab, because after the pandemic, during the pandemic, of course, we had seen a lot of unemployment touching almost 40% levels. But after the pandemic also, though output will increase, employment growth may not increase. So why is this slow? So last week under the WEO, World Economic Outlook, which IMF comes out twice a year, okay, they have given regular updates. Main takeaways kya hai? The main takeaway is that global economic recovery momentum had weakened thanks to the pandemic-induced supply disruptions. But more than the marginal headline numbers for global growth, increasing inequality was most concerned about. So the dangerous divergence in economic prospects across country remains a major concern. Like if you see the international level, they have given analysis. Not very important for us, international level. India mein kya chal raha hai? As far as GDP is concerned, India's growth rate has been tweaked for the worse. In fact, beyond IMF, several high-frequency indicators have suggested India's economic recovery is actually gaining ground. But IMF has mainly focused on employment. According to data of Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, the total number of employed people in Indian economy is 394 million, which is 11 million below the set numbers. So that means India was already facing a deep employment crisis before COVID-19. Okay, if you see 2016 में ही तब भी 408 million था. So अभी 394 million है. So the projections of an employment recovery lagging behind the output recovery could mean large swaths of population being excluded from GDP and its benefits. So there is lack of adequate employment levels, which would drag down the overall demand. And what are the reasons for this? As we have discussed, even before COVID-19, there is an unemployment crisis. So during COVID-19 crisis, according to Professor Santosh Mehrotra, he says that India is witnessing a K-shaped recovery. What is K-shaped? K-shaped is something like this. If the GDP has fallen during COVID-19, it has come up, but some sectors are rising, some sectors are falling. Okay, it is a K-shaped recovery. So different sectors are recovering at significantly different rates, and this holds not just for divergence between organized and unorganized, but also within the organized sector. So some sectors like IT services have been almost unaffected by COVID-19, and e-commerce like Amazon, Flipkart, they're doing very well. But at the same time, contact-based jobs, they are not bouncing back. Okay, the second reason is bulk of India's employment is in the informal and unorganized sectors. So there is no written contract, there is no paid leave, there is no health benefit, there is no social security. So the organized sector refer to the firms which are only registered. Okay, so weak recovery for the informal sectors, there is a drag on economic viability to create new jobs. And recently, last week, IMF chief economist Geeta Gopinathan, she pointed out that Manrega scheme which we have was still 50 to 60% above pre-pandemic level. Okay, that means the informal economy is struggling to recover at same pace as seen in other visible sectors. Okay, and how informal is the economy? The share of different sectors of economy in GVA or a measure of overall output, if you take, the share of unorganized sector is somewhere more than 50%. From a GVA angle, if you see, it is 50%. Okay, so 50% they are giving the GDP, the gross value added they're giving. In terms of employment, it is roughly around 90%, but they also contribute to 50% of our GVA. So definitely a hugely informal Indian economy we have. Okay, so India's unemployment levels, if you see, it has fallen 394 million है अभी. And if you compare with advanced economies and developing economies, and how informal are the different sectors, this is from the national account statistics. Okay, in India, what do we have? Agriculture, forestry, fishing is 17.2% share, and the unorganized informal sector in agriculture is 97%. Okay, baki mining, manufacturing and all, if you see, it is around 16.3 plus 2.3%. So roughly it will come out around 25%. Okay, if you include construction, manufacturing and secondary sector, it will come out to 25%. The rest is our services sector. Okay, agriculture mein hugely it is unorganized and informal. Okay, so one article about Nihang 6, who have, one of the Nihang 6 was attacked in the Singhu border farmers issue. उनके हिस्ट्री दिया है. And last article Bihar, why global prices are going up and how India is impacted. So global prices अभी तक गिर रहे थे, though we didn't see an impact because central and state governments taxes are added to it, excise duties are added. But now the fuel prices are rising. Okay, Brent crude has breached $85 per barrel on the back of the increase of global demand during COVID-19 pandemic. So key oil producing countries have kept crude supplies on gradually increasing production schedule. Okay, it has nearly doubled to the price of $42 per barrel. So Saudi Arabia, Russia, Iraq, UAE, Kuwait, they would still be at 14% lower than the reference production levels, but on the whole OPEC prices have risen. Okay, mainly because the increasing demand, obviously, and supply side issues in US include disruptions caused by hurricane, and Russia may also there is expected natural gas supplies during winter. What they'll do we won't know, but what is important for us, what is the impact on India? High crude oil prices have contributed to price of petrol and diesel hitting new highs across the country in 2021. Okay, Delhi mein, for example, petrol is 105 rupees, up 4 rupees per liter, and diesel is 94 rupees. So India has seen a faster recovery in consumption of petrol than diesel. Petrol consumption was up 9%, diesel consumption remained 6.5% below. So diesel accounts for 38% of petroleum consumption in India. Why? Because it is a main key fuel used in industry and agriculture. Okay, जो agricultural goods vehicles travel करते, they are mostly diesel. So that's why it's around 38% of petroleum production consumption in India. And there is a demand for diesel in the expected coming months because economic recovery हो रहा है, industry and agriculture are rising. High international gas prices have led an upward revision in price of domestic petrol. Petroleum Planning and Analysis Cell have set the price of gas of ONGC and Oil India at $2.9. So basically now we are having small increase, but it can be increased more according to this. Okay, and directly there is also upward pressure on CNG, PNG and other natural gas related ones also. And higher international price of coal have contributed to crisis of thermal power plants, which we discussed, by forcing plants to use imported coal which could not pass on the higher price to procurers, and low coal stocks at a number of coal-fired have led to power outages in states of Punjab and Rajasthan. Right, so that is from our explain page, purely economic articles they are given today in explain page. So that's it friends, that's our analysis of the Hindu and Indian Express. Hopefully you had a good analysis. So a lot of economic news today. So I would say it's very important discussion today for if you're preparing for any interviews, any banking interviews and all. Today is very important class. So I'll see you tomorrow, same time before 10 o'clock. Take care, bye-bye and all the best.